Hello, my name is Smackjack, and welcome to our first Karthus episode. Ooh, Karthus. So Karthus is a weird one, really. He was made by Riot to go into the mid lane, and since he's been played mid, top, ADC, and now he's found himself in jungle, and has been there for a good few seasons. The hyper-scaling AP menace, really. I'm sure you guys have seen him at least once in your games. But just so you're aware, what I'll do is I'll run through his abilities. So, his Q creates a little circle on the ground. So, sorry, we drop our ward down, we back for Oracle Lens, then we head down to the blue side. So, yeah, his Q drops a little circle on the floor and does a load of damage. More damage, the more AP and the higher level you are. Classic ability, really. And it also does more damage if there's only one target that's hit by the Q, and you'll see it go down. This is like your main farming tool. It's pretty much Karthus' auto attack. So there you see it, just exploding on the blue buff there. His W puts a wall on the ground. Apart from enemies can walk through it, but if they do, they are slowed and their magic resistance is shredded. His E just does damage around him, and you can toggle it on and off. It just drains his mana if you do. And his R is his one of the biggest damaging abilities in the game. Auto locks on all of the enemy champions, and after a couple of seconds of channeling, do a bunch of damage to them. His passive is probably the most interesting part about his kit. So when he dies, he doesn't die. So after a few seconds, he dies instantly. He's rooted. And he can still use all of his abilities for 7 seconds, and then he actually dies. And you do have time to get your ult off in this time. So, his late game, if you just run into the enemy team, doesn't matter if they kill you or not, because then you can just kill them all. And you probably see me do that later on today. So you can farm probably slightly healthier than this. I've just noticed now, actually, that the E isn't being... Yeah, we can't see the E in the replay file. That's really annoying. You'll be able to see it down here. If this is glimmering, then you can see that it's on. But that's a bit sad. So you want to kite out your camps as much as possible. People do like to invade Karthus, which is why you take Exhaust. Exhaust is great in a 1v1 because they reduce their damage as well as their speed. And then you can just kite them out and pretty much just do damage over time with your Qs. So you kite out camps, try and hit the single target, the biggest target, here being the big Krug, and then obviously we can work our way through the small ones. So here I think I just turn my E on and it does some burn. Yeah, you can see them slowly burning down. And then what we'll do is we can see that the Yone is trading pretty heavily into the Gnar. Oh, he flashes away. I think he does die there. Very sad. This is risky because Yone's got all of his lethal tempo stacks up, so that's a very risky move. We do manage to get the Yasuo, but the Poppy does manage to counter gank, and we do go down as well. That's fine, we can just get a little bit of farm. So you can see here, we aren't actually quite dead yet. Which means that we gain all of this XP, we can gain the gold if we can reach as well, we can get any kills that we need. So a 1-for-1 early game on Karthus isn't the worst. He is a pretty big scaling jungler, so you kind of just want to sit in your farm and farm up really until you've got level 6, level 11, level 16 are his power spikes when you put the extra points into your R. Runes wise, Dark Harvest, I love my Dark Harvest champs. So we can see that the bot lane just managed to get a double kill, that's really good. I found the Poppy here, I don't think I can chase her because of this as well. So that's fine, we can just go back to farming. Runes-wise, Dark Harvest, cheap shot because you can slow with your W. Eyeball Collection and Treasure Hunter so that we can get into the game faster. The more items we have, the faster we scale up. Karthus is a hyper carry mega scaler, like Nasus, Kayle. Veigar, he sort of fits into that bracket. And our secondary tree, we've gone Precision, we've gone Coup de Grace and Presence of Mind as well for the mana. Mana is a big issue. You do have to be wary of how long you have your E on for. Jungle item does make it so that you regen a fair amount, so that's nice. And we'll just keep farming until we get our 6 here, which we should get at the end of our second clear. Actually, I believe that's if we get a crab as well. We did soak some lane minions, so I reckon once we do Krugs, that'd be fine. I could have got a Dark Seal here, On Karthus, it's really good to get a Dark Seal pretty much as soon as you get 6, and then just look around the map to see what kills you can get, or what kills you can assist in, and then you just get free Dark Harvest stacks, which is the same reason we've got Dark Harvest. Sorry, Dark Seal. I meant sorry. So you can assist in getting Dark Seal stacks, and that's also why we've got Dark Harvest, because we can get it from anywhere on the map. Brilliant. That's what we like. So Gnar is having some issues up here against this Yasuo. He should really win the early game. So it's somewhere between the Gnar here being bad and the Yasuo being good. I hope it's the former. Well, neither are preferable, I suppose. But we'll see what we can do here. So we get the wall down. The wall is a really good ganking tool. Q gives you vision. And we can see if we can get some... So the Gnar... Yep. Turns out it's bad Gnar. So we do get a Dark Harvest stack. We'll see what we can get here. We dodge the Tornado. Perfect. And we just back out of that. We're not liking it. We don't have enough mana. The Gnar didn't come and help. If he had, we probably could have got something done. Bit of a shame. That's fine. We've got our full clear. We didn't quite get 6 because we didn't get the Scuttle Crab. But we do have our Lost Chapter now. And we also get the Dark Seal too. And boots. Boots are good. And we can head down. We can see the poppies down here. We've got a Yorick in mid lane, which is interesting. But I want to get to my blue buff just to make sure that the poppy isn't. And if she's there, our exhaust is almost up, so we will be able to fight her. And if not, if she does back, what we can do is we can go down and gank this, because they are very pushed up. We'll get our blue buff first, see if we can get level 6 off this. I believe we can. We do have a smite charge up as well. We do want to get our red smite as soon as possible. So red smite's also good. It's pretty much another exhaust. Well, it's 1/2 of exhaust, I suppose. It's the damage reduction, and it gives you a little bit of damage over time as well, which is nice. We will be building Liandry's. So you can see here, she is very low. I could potentially just ult her. She does have heal, I believe, up, and she does have a refillable potion as well. So here, I just want to see if I can get a pop off. Not quite. We can get potentially both of them. Ah, we get one. That's the R there. You saw me channeling it. Everyone around the map got hit. We can't see the Yasuo, unfortunately, but you can see there he was quite low as well. Starting R, tier 1 R. So before you go, once you hit level 6, and before you put any more points into it, I believe it does somewhere like between 200 and 300 damage. Yeah, 2, 6, 4, and obviously that scales quite heavily with AP as well. So with the Lost Chapter, that's giving us 40 AP. And an early Dragon on Karthus. Very nice. Whilst Yorick is super pushed up and getting plates, just like Yorick do. He's got a kill on the Viger as well, that's quite impressive. There we go, first dragon. Infernal Dragon, very good for us. It gives us a bunch of attack and ability. Well, ability power is pretty much what we need from this. 6% inflation, which is really nice. Especially on Karthus. It would be nicer if it were the soul. And if you don't know, the first 2 if an element comes up in the first 2 dragons, then it won't be the soul. It won't be the element of the map. So because we've had Infernal now, we know that the Infernal Soul isn't going to be an option in this game. But we move back. We are 2-1-0. We have 3 Dark Harvest stacks and 2 Dark Seal stacks. And a red buff, soon enough. Going for the Vigar here could be a pretty good shout. It does look like that's what I'm about to do. And we find the Poppy. Poppy decides that it's about time for her to engage. She is going lethality Poppy, which is why she's doing it. If she was tank, it would probably be less likely to invade, to be honest, because I'd be able to kite her out and do enough damage to her before she does the damage to me. I didn't even see the Poppy get the Herald there, but she's dumped it in mid lane. Yorick can handle himself. I'm happy to let him do that. And we'll just burn down these Krugs and move down. Bot lane seem to be the easiest people to gank. I can see the Poppy there as well. Ooh, is the Zeri going to be able to do this? Some interesting interactions with Zeri's auto attacks. Well, Q and her good ult flash. Oh, not quite. I do roam down straight away, which is how I'm here so quickly, and we can just get something done here. Nice. that single target damage did 206 damage to the Vel'Koz there, if you didn't see it. And that's at tier 4 with 1 item. Pretty nice. I am a bit pushed up here. The Poppy is low, which is why I'm doing it. I am wary of where the Caitlyn is. Ah, hello. There she is. Veigar hasn't moved yet, which is why I feel like I'm okay to be up here. So I miss a couple Qs. Missing a couple Qs is fine, because that was 2 Qs I hit there. Ooh. So I'm dead here. I am going to ult, and I am going to see what I can get. Ooh, interesting. So I got the Poppy, and I got the Veigar, who must have been pretty low in mid lane. Actually, let's have a look at that. I have no idea where the Veigar is. He must have been moving down. It looked like he died over here somewhere. So yeah, there you go. And, you know, we died there, right? But we are now 5-2. 5-2, and we haven't lost any Dark Seal stacks, and we have also gained some Dark Harvest stacks, which we can't see because we are dead at the moment. But I'll show you that in 2, 1. Here, 5 Dark Harvest stacks. Really, really nice. For 11 minutes in the game. You know, Karthus is a scaling jungler, right? I've said this earlier. So the faster you can get the ball rolling on him, the faster you can get your Treasure Hunter, the more Dark Harvest stacks you can get, the more Dark Seal stacks you can get, the faster you can snowball the game. And this is actually quite a good game to show you how to snowball, as it's, well, spoiler alert, it's not a particularly long game, even though it's a Karthus game. So here we just scrape off that Scuttle Shield, get some more XP, get some gold, and then we'll go back to farming. We could have potentially moved mid here. In fact, we do start moving mid straight away. The Yorick is quite tanky, so I believe that he could survive. He also had flash up. We drop our W and see what we can do. Slows all around. Ooh. Ah, that's sad. So, he does manage to get the Poppy there, but we managed to get a double kill. Oh, I'm happy with that. We get 8 stacks now on our Dark Seal. We do have Liandry's now as well, so we're doing a lot of burn damage. I mean, that was our first fight, right? And, oh, okay, we only did about 100 damage. Well, exactly 100 damage, actually. That's cool. But it's percent health burn. And Poppy's fairly healthy. Veigar, not so much, but... Oh, he's going Liandry's as well. That's interesting. Probably to see if he can do anything into this Yorick mid, who is actually playing very well. He's managed to get this first tower, and they dropped Herald there as well. So we do see the Yasuo there. He did know that I was there. He just wasn't sure if he could face me. Now that I'm 7-2. And we'll just deny a bit of vision. Wards also give golden XP as well, so they are worth getting, even if you don't necessarily want to deny vision, which you always should be doing. Our W is up, so we do want to see if we can get something done here. The Yorick is playing a bit aggro, and the Veigar is backing out, which is making me think probably not the best. Just waiting, biding our time. Doesn't quite work. 300 damage, doing an insane amount. So just from that... Oh no. Poppy looks like she managed to go for a turret dive on the Zeri. Oh no, not even a turret dive. Zeri just stepped up a little bit too much from the looks of it. And we see the Poppy on bot side, so we know we can get her blue. My blue. And then we could potentially look top. Yorick's managed to get another tower with the pressure of us being in his topside jungle. The Veigar obviously didn't want to step up at all. And we want to move down here to see if we can potentially counter Dragon, although we do change our minds. And start moving up. This is interesting. Potentially I could be thinking that... I mean, this looks like a fairly easy gank, to be honest. He's taking a tower shot. Nars is actually doing some damage. He's almost got his rage up. Let's see what we can do here. Drop the W. Kite this out. Doing almost 300. We get a flash. We cut the Yasuo off. He does have ease. Yeah, nothing. Literally nothing he could do. The most of the damage that we took there was from a tower shot right at the end. And that gives us 10 Dark Seal stacks. Brilliant. Gold-wise, we have the most gold in the game by... Oh, no. We're drawing with the Yorick, who's managed to take 2 towers. 5 platings and 2 towers. Sorry. 3 towers. This is insane. I might have to try this. In the comments, let me know if you want to try... if you want me to try Yorick mid. I'll see how it works, and I'll explain it to you guys once I figure it out, because that's kind of nuts. So you can see just right from the beginning. I mean, I think the Zeri and the Brom in bot lane have actually done fairly well for themselves. I think I only came down for one gank and helped them there. But I've massively helped out this Gnar. I think I've semi helped this lane as well. He has done very well as well. But just with the global pressure of our ult is, and you know, the pressure of us being in their topside jungle and bot side jungle on the Veigar just meant that the Yorick had free farm pretty much. And if you look at the farm disparity, it's huge. So here we can look to get Herald and potentially end the game. You know, we've got 2 tier 1s, 1 tier 2, 1 tier 3, and an inhibitor. For 16 minutes in the game, that's pretty good. You don't necessarily want to get inhibitors so early if you don't know how to end games, because at the moment, because at the moment what we're doing is we're sacrificing all of this farm and all of this XP because this one super minion can pretty much take out all of these. So it's just constantly pushing. We're losing these waves and they're getting a lot of XP from these super minions. So what we're doing is we're leaving that lane completely and adding a huge amount of pressure with our lead to other lanes. Yorick can take this on his own. The other 4 of us get into this lane so we can push here. We do have the Herald as well. So they either need to engage on us and try and stop us, or we get all of this and all of this, which is what we're doing. Really, really good macro playing here. As we just 3-shot this Vel'Koz. See if we can get something else. So we get the wall on Yasuo, get that magic resist, and I'm gonna go back there and see how much damage we did. Let's go on to the Yasuo. Speed it up slightly. He's over here. He goes in. Slow it down. Circle. There you go. 350 damage straight up to the Yasuo. His health bar, I think it's something like 1,500. It might be a little bit more, but probably not. I know, to be honest, guys, this game's pretty much... Oh, it is over. They surrender. So that is how you snowball a game on Karthus. And obviously games tend to go a little bit longer, but let's take a look at the damage graphs and see how we did. So looking at the damage, we do a pretty big chunk of damage considering it's a pre-20 minute Karthus. Yorick did a lot. Obviously the Zeri did a lot. That's fair. I'm happy with that though. We did more than everyone on their team apart from the Poppy, who did a tiny little bit more. And Dark Harvest, and runes wise, we finished the game 10-2. Runes wise, you know, this is exactly what you expect really from a game this short. Anyway, if you have enjoyed today's game, if you enjoy me doing just a champion here and there, please let me know in the comments. Or if you just want me to stick to Echo and Rek'Sai, I'm more than happy to do that as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.